and they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Now, here's Thompson. Green dishes to Curry. With some arc, and the layup is good.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Here's Monroe. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Curry kicks to Thompson. Curry passes to Thompson. Outside Curry. There's the pass to Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into. And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And Thompson kicks to Green. Screen by Bogut. To the wing right side. Nobody near Barnes. No good off the front iron. Milwaukee in the lead. Carter Williams dishes to Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams the pass to Parker. Monroe down low. Covered by Barnes. And again, it's Drake Monroe. Monroe's got his second bucket of the night. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Sanders checked in for Golden State. Warriors trailed by 4. Outside Curry. At the elbow, Sanders. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's the floater. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Pass to Parker. Back to Antetokounmpo. The dish to Parker. They grabbed their own miss. Outside for Carter Williams. The feed now to Monroe. They shoot again. And Sanders pulls it down.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that.
Curry, wide open. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. Parker with no one around. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Last Downing for Golden State. It was a loss to Dallas. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Barnes, screen on Carter Williams. With the teardrop.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Dishes to Curry. Screened by Sanders. Curry gets the bucket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here's Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Henson's shot is off.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
They grab their own miss. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Can't nail the jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Vasquez with it. Picked up by Thompson. Sanders against Parker. And Henson kicks to Bayless. Back to Henson. Here's Parker. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Outside Curry. He feeds it to Thompson. Pass to Barnes. He kicks to Curry. Teardrop shot. Good. Curry's got 6.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Inside. Sanders with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Curry kicks this in. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Now here's Parker. Shot to stop the drought. That one a little long.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Curry. That's good. Curry's got ace.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. Now here's Mayo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pocket 2. Here's Henson.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Outside, Green. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Mayo. Bayless the pass to Parker. Outside, Curry. Outside, Green. Golden State moving the ball around. On baseline, Jay. No good. Good D by Parker.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and they had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Knocked loose. Mayo with it. Feeds it to Henson. Now here's Vasquez. Tight defense on him. Mayo dishing to Parker. And the shot is good. Parker's got his third basket of the night right there.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Curry kicks to Barbosa. Sanders passes to Curry. He dishes it to Green. A floater and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Here's Vasquez, and that's not going to go. And so the first quarter is in top, up by 4. After this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Antetokounmpo out there at Greg Monroe. Then it's Mayo. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Middleton in the small forward position.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Outside Mayo. Monroe sets a screen for Mayo. They set the screen. Carter-Williams dishes to Antetokounmpo. And that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
They kick it out to Green. Here's Curry. Milwaukee with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Middleton kicks to Mayo. Antetokounmpo up top. Monroe right side. Back to Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Green.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Carter-Williams against Curry. Here's the screen. Carter-Williams the pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton for three. And that one's good. And now a 6-point Bucks lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Thompson comes in for Draymond Green. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Livingston dishes to Bogut. Kicks it to Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for Thompson. Passes to Livingston. Tries it from 9. Jump shot is good. Livingston's got his first points of the night. Bucks leading by 4. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
A pass to Iguodala. And he goes in for the dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
There's a screen. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Thompson against Antetokounmpo. Unloads from 9. Second shot opportunity. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Thompson outside. Pass to Bogut. Iguodala dishes to Thompson. Puts up the baby hook. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Screen by Bogut. Thompson passes to Bogut. Back to Thompson. Bogut down low. Monroe on him. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo kicks to Mayo. That's tipped.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
2.
Hey, guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Carter Williams dishes to Antetokounmpo. And Middleton, the bucket on the assist by Monroe. Monroe's got 3 assists in the game. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
Green kicks to Curry. Green with a screen on Carter Williams. Tipped away. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Milwaukee also making some changes. Parker's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
There's the dish to Monroe. Great D that time from Green.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Thompson with the bucket.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Now Bayless. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's tipped. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Thompson.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Screen by Monroe. Vasquez kicks to Parker. The feed to Henson. Back to Parker. 5 on the clock. Monroe. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
O.J. Mayo is checked in for Milwaukee. Now here's Vasquez, guarded by Curry. Mayo against Thompson. Dishes to Parker. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Here's Vasquez. Milwaukee, no good that time either. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Pass to Green. Screened by Sanders. 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. Sanders passes to Thompson. And here's Barnes for 3. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Mayo kicks to Monroe. To Mayo. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And it's blocked. Mayo with it. Picked up by Thompson. Mayo kicks to Henson. Back to Mayo to stop the drought. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Open shot, Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Screen by Monroe. Back to Mayo. Henson dishes to Parker. Just 4 to shoot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Parker's got 8 points. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of basketball. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Vasquez. No good off the back of the rim.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And a foul called on Larry Sanders. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for John Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Carter Williams in for Vasquez. The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And he sinks the second. The Warriors leading. Thompson outside. Sanders sets the screen for Thompson. The screen from Thompson. Here's Curry. No good off the pick.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-3 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Checking out the game Klay Thompson is having. He has 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green of the forward set. Barbosa is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Bogut in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here is Barbosa. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They set the screen. Curry kicks to Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Barnes has got the lead up to 3 out for the Warriors.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. Goes up on the block. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Curry against Carter Williams. Again, Curry missing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Curry kicks to Barbosa. Back to Curry. Here's the teardrop. Good work defensively by Monroe.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Carter Williams, the pass to Parker. Back to Carter Williams. Curry with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. Outside Curry. It's Leandro Barbosa on the way. The 3 ball. And that is good. Barbosa's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
No good with the wing jumper.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Bogut against Carter Williams. He feeds it to Parker. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. John Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Bayless comes in for Michael Carter Williams. And the Warriors with some changes. Sanders checked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Vasquez comes in for Chris Middleton. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? Always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Vasquez kicks to Henson. Antetokounmpo passes to Bayless. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Antetokounmpo dishes to Henson. And he gets it to go. Henson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Feeds to Thompson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's his third personal foul.
And after an exceptional first 2 years in the league, Jason Thompson has really declined. He averaged 12 points and 8 boards over those first 2 seasons. But last year, that plummeted all the way down to 6 and 6. So his arrow's definitely been pointing in the wrong direction.
Henson, a screen on Iguodala. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. And Bayless kicks to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Well, getting back to Thompson, as Greg was just talking about him, he's a big guy, durable, good interior defender. Clark, but he really struggles on the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, 20 years ago, his rugged style of inside play would have worked. But nowadays, his lack of a consistent shot and below average range are really counterproductive.
Mayo with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Vasquez. And Henson kicks to Bayless. Outside Mayo. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. And it's all evened up. Antetokounmpo's got 9. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Livingston passes to Thompson. He kicks it to Livingston. Thompson outside. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Kicks it to Mayo. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Bayless's shot is off.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up.
No.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Bogut comes in for Sanders. And it's Green and for Thompson. Bucks shooting 43% from the field. Here is Vasquez. Outside Mayo. Henson, a screen on Thompson. Mayo dishing to Henson. Milwaukee, no good that time either. You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Now here's Iguodala. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Passes it to Livingston. It's blocked. Now Bayless. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
Woo! That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. The pass to Green. The dish to Bogut. To the inside. Here's Thompson. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Mayo, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the foul on John Henson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back calls.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on his plate.
Monroe's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Vasquez. Here's Curry. He's got 10. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Iguodala. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Rebounded by Bogut.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
Bucks trail by 3. Bayless dishes to Monroe. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Takes it down to Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Green against Henson. Curry kicks to Bogut. Up top, Curry. High post try. Cannot hit. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Inside for the lead. Good D by Thompson.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Curry passes to Iguodala. Curry dishes to Bogut. Iguodala kicks to Bogut. It's Thompson off to drive, and it's blocked. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Welcome fans to the FIBA World Tournament.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Green missing. Milwaukee has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Outside Curry. Screen by Bogut. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 12 in the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Middleton dishes to Monroe. 6 to shoot. Back to Middleton. Jumper off the screen. That's good on the jump shot. Middleton's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee. Iguodala got it off in time. Off target. It's a tie game here in Oakland. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And so it's Milwaukee now, setting the floor. For the Bucks. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. Ande DeCumbo up there with John Henson. And it's Monroe in at the 5. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Carter Williams with it. Clock at 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Iguodala with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. The feed to Thompson. Vicious to Livingston. Iguodala outside. Clock at 6. Good. Iguodala's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Warriors.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here's Carter Williams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Barnes, who's checked in for Golden State. The screen from Thompson. Barbosa passes to Barnes. Crafty move. Goes back up. Lets the 3 fly. But they get it back. Here is Livingston. Carter Williams covering. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Pass to Barbosa. Thompson outside. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Sanders. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Carter Williams dishes to Middleton. Parker, right side. He feeds it to Middleton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Livingston kicks to Barnes. Releases from 15. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Stolen by Thompson. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. To the left side wing. Livingston passes to Thompson. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Barnes. Shot is no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Parker sets the screen for Middleton. Parker, right side. The game now all time.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but yep, he's still cooking. And Greg, he's cooking with gas.
Timeout called the Warriors. They talk about players who don't get a lot of recognition that probably deserve some. For me, Chris Middleton, Clark.
He's at the top of the list in that regard for me too, Kevin. I mean, really a revelation for the Bucks the last couple of years. He's a really good all-around forward who can do everything well.
And Middleton Middleton has improved every year as well. Added the three-point shot after the rookie season, which made him very tough to deal with offensively.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for Middleton, adding that three-point shot was huge. I mean, not only can he keep teams honest outside, but he hits over 40% of his shots from beyond the arc.
Curry kicks to Barnes. Feeds it to Barbosa. Screen by Bogut. Barbosa pushes to Curry. Barbosa a screen on Carter Williams. Stolen by Middleton. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Barbosa with the steal. It's Curry outside. That drops. And the Warriors lead by 1. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Monroe. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
It's Curry outside, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Carter Williams, and it's sent back by Bogut. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Curry against Carter Williams. He dishes it to Parker. 6 on the shot clock.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Off the pick. And finished off by Bogut.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Curry with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. Here's Barnes. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now here's Carter Williams. Outside Mayo. To take the lead. Mayo missing again.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The drive by Thompson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
And here is Carter Williams. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone, as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Curry passes to Green. Well, fade away. Rebound, Milwaukee. Parker's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Antetokounmpo kicks to Carter Williams. It's Parker, top of the key. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut.
And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with his play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended his season.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in.
And even in the short glimpses of last season, you can see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. For three, Middleton. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 6 assists here tonight. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
Sanders checked in for Golden State. Thompson dishes to Curry. He kicks it to Green. They set the pick. It's Thompson off the drive. Outside Curry. Green, the pass to Sanders. Thompson against Middleton. Left side Curry. Goes up again. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team confines.
Parker outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Out to Parker. Iguodala with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. Another miss by Curry. Milwaukee's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good.
Having a little more difficulty getting the ball inside here. The defense has done a much better job collapsing on them when they throw it inside. Double teaming and being active with their feet and hands. Well, Antetokounmpo in this one, 15 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
And Curry, here we go. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Four on the shot clock. Monroe left side. And the shot is long. Golden State's gotten just one of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. On the wing, Iguodala. Thompson from long range.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
Middleton drives in. Good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Iguodala. Stolen by Monroe. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Golden State, Greg Monroe. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's off as well, so he misses both. Curry against Middleton. Green. And again, no good by Golden State.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And so the Bucks take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.